why does it give the women suddenly body in their hair? You know, it's like they've walked out of a Vidal Sassoon advert. And then she just gets her water and literally just like throws it just in her face with no emotion at all.
Falls forward on them. They're like, like this.
The coach pushes a pencil through the head teacher's hand. And that's right at the beginning of the movie. And there's us saying, oh, it's very cozy.
And then the kids will come out a bit sort of spaced out.
Yeah. You'd walk into school the next day and go,
God.
what has happened? They've been like given some free vouchers to something. Hey, welcome to Screen Time, the show where we like to watch movies from our past and see how we feel about them now, or new movies and see them afresh.
Yeah, we like to have a good old natter about them.
You like this type of content, please give us a like and a subscribe, and because we'd love to grow a community.
Yes,
That'd
be lovely, yes.
Lovely.
So on that note, what did we watch this week and what are we chatting about?
So this week we watched The Faculty.
That's right, we did. We watched The Faculty, and it's a movie from 1998. It's one of those movies that you watch it and you think, oh, look at that. Oh, that's who they're from. Oh, where are they from?
Oh, yeah.
It's
now
like,
it is.
Now it's like, you're like, oh, look who it is. Look who it is. It's a what's who's who.
And what they've done after.
Exactly.
And,
I kind of forgot that this movie, in some ways, has got so many connections to other movies that we've done on our channel.
Oh, yes.
It's got
like this one.
I love.
And this one.
It's a bit like The Thing.
Yes.
It's a bit like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
It is.
Which we've looked at on this show as well. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't realise actually it was so similar in that way. But it's a much more accessible, light-hearted.
Sorry. My fault. Crash and burn, Casey.
Trendy, I guess.
Yes, it's trendy, but there's something about it that feels really cozy. And I don't know why, because quite a lot of nasty things happen.
Yeah, it's
done in a way that you just accept it.
It's done like a teen drama, like a high school drama.
Yeah.
It's a bit like a horror movie. But it sits on that rail. It's very accessible, I think is the way to describe it.
That's the way, yeah.
It starts off where you're on this football field and there's just been this really tough football match and it's just training, isn't it?
Dad! You gonna rejoin the Living Tomorrow stand?
You've got the football coach who's just this nasty piece of work, really. He's kind of,
Yeah, he's a bit of a bully,
if he wasn't going to be
he?
a bad guy, he ends up being a bad guy.
Yeah.
It's also played by Robert Patrick, who played Terminator 2 in The Terminator. So visually, you immediately go...
Of course, yes.
Yeah. It's like,
yes, the guy who would mould.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so there's a familiarity when you see him. You think, okay, he's not going to be playing a sympathetic character in this movie, and of course he doesn't.
Yeah.
But you start off with him, and then a shadow passes over him. He's like, "Yeah, what do you want?" And then it cuts to the credits, and you're like, "Oh, what's that all about?"
Yes.
Yeah? What?
The faculty, the school faculty, start getting taken over by an alien, and assuming them. And then changing them, and
you start to realise that it starts to take over the entire school, and it's spreading.
Yeah,
Nature of the situation.
Yeah.
So everyone gets infected,
which is where the connection is with the body snatchers.
The body snatchers, yeah. But it's all in this little community.
Yeah.
Police get infected as well at some point. So it's this building tension of these characters that is like, who is, again, it's the connection it has with the Thing is like, you don't know who to trust. Who is the person that actually started this?
Yeah. It's a whodunit.
It's a whodunit.
Yeah.
It's a whodunit. It's just everything.
It's a multitude of different things.
Yeah, we've got some basic characters here. Starting from the beginning then, you're kind of introduced to these characters. And you've got Delilah, who's played by Jordana Brewster. And she's like the mean girl of the school. And then you've got Stokely, who's the angry girl. And she's played by Clea Duvall. And
Oh,
then
yes.
Yeah, she's in quite a lot of those
She's,
90s.
Yeah, she is.
Look these people up if you don't, you immediately recognise them. The person I didn't recognise is Laura Harris, and she played Mary Beth, who's like the new kid on the block.
The new kid in town,
new kid in town. But then you have real kind of standouts. You've got Zeke, who's the bad boy, and he's played by Josh Hartnett, who went on to much bigger things after this, you know, Pearl Harbor and all these big epics.
Yeah.
And then you have Stan, who was played by Sean Alatzi, who I don't know if he's been in much. He's recognisable, but not one of like.
I mean, he's recognisable, but maybe just because I've seen that movie a few times.
Do
you know what I mean? Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, that's possible. You've also got Gabe, who's like another sports jock played by Usher.
Of course.
So that was his first movie,
Yes,
and you've got Casey, who's really the main character.
Oh,
played by
right.
Elijah Wood.
Yes.
So you've got a great little cast of students, and then you've got the teachers. You've got Nurse Harper, who's played by Salma Hayek, and you've got Miss Burke, who's played by Famke Janssen, who was in the X-Men.
Yes.
And then you've got Piper Laurie, who plays Mrs. Olsen, who's the drama teacher, and she's the older lady.
That's right. Was she with the one with the red hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
But she also plays Carrie's mum in the movie Carrie. So there's that kind of, it's really, so there's lots of crossovers in this. And then we have Bebe Neuwirth, who plays Principal Dre.
Hey, slow down there.
You gotta help us. They killed Mrs. Brummel. They're after us.
What are you talking about?
She's the one that looks so much like Gloria Estefan.
Okay.
I think she does. In my mind, she looks like Gloria Estefan.
Really?
Yeah. I always think she's going to go off into
gosh.
song or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, she's actually, she's one of the characters that's in Frasier. He plays his ex-wife.
Of course.
So it's very much a case of watching this movie and go, oh my gosh, look who that is. Oh my gosh, look who that is.
That first scene, I mean, it doesn't take long to really kick in.
No.
The actual horror kicks in really early.
Yeah, it does.
And everything about it kicks in early. You've got the action music, the sort of horror music, that starts right at the beginning as well. And it really puts you on edge because I can't remember which character, the one who is the principal. She's running around.
Yes.
And you've got the coach after her.
The coach has been turned straight
Yeah,
away. He's really confrontational.
He's after her, and
Yeah.
but the thing is that the things doesn't she stab him in the eye or something?
Inadvertently, something happens, and then he just heals.
Or in the cheek.
He scratches her cheek.
That's
She
right.
scratches his cheek. He's running down the corridor. She's gone back to get her keys.
That's right. Yes.
And the drama teacher's waiting outside for her.
And she's going,
And
what's
she's
going
like,
on?
What's going on? He goes,
on?
he's behind you, he's behind
Yeah.
you. She's running to the door, to the exit door, and the drama teacher's waiting outside. And they get out of the door, and then a twist.
Frick.
She turns, and the drama teacher's already been turned as well because she sort of goes for her. And I think that's when the titles come up.
Yes.
I always wanted to do that.
So yes, so the violence starts really early because there is a pencil involved, and the coach pushes a pencil through the head teacher's hand, and that's right at the beginning of the movie. And there's us saying, "Oh, it's very cozy."
It's weird, isn't it? It's one of these movies that is just fun to watch.
Can replicate.
It's really fun, but there is something about it in that I've seen this movie quite a few times, and I always forget what happens in it.
Do you always forget who the main person
Yes,
is?
I always forget. It's lucky, isn't it?
lucky,
Because I
actually.
tend to remember a lot of details about movies, but with this one, and it's not because I'm not paying attention or I don't enjoy it. I actually really enjoy this movie, and when I watched it this time round again, it had been a little while. And as soon as it started, I was like, oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
It is really fun.
Yeah. No, I don't either. And I think it's because a lot is going on. There's lots of
Yes.
characters. It's not simple. There's lots of locations. There's lots of things happening. It echoes so much some of those films that we mentioned earlier. I mean, there's even like a blood test section,
Yes.
which isn't really a blood test
Yeah.
section.
We know this out some, right? Take a hit.
They discover that the alien versions of these people react very badly to, I think it's salt, because they require lots of water.
Yes.
So one of the clues of whether they've been taken or not, or changed or not, is that they're always at the water fountain drinking, or drinking water.
Yeah.
And so that's an immediate clue. And they discover that if I think they stab someone with a pencil that's got salt in it or something, or they expose them to salt. I think actually it's Jon Stewart is the first person that they realise that actually if they attack him with salt, he kind of dissolves.
Yes,
it's quite
that's
disgusting.
right.
It's like,
yes.
The practical effects are great.
Yeah, it's really it is really good actually. I mean, it's quite funny now,
Yeah.
but it's still, you accept it.
I mean, the CGI and stuff's a little bit dated and stuff, but they use it sparingly, which is great.
Even though they have selected elements from other movies, the ideas that they have in this movie are good and are fun. It is the fact of the water. You know, you have the coach just standing in the middle of the field with the fountains.
That's
on.
a great shot
and
as well.
But it's a great shot, and there's something really quite eerie about it, because he's just standing there with the floodlights behind him.
Hasn't he got loads of tendrils coming out of him as he's standing there?
And also, I mean, for a movie that you think is just, you can just let it kind of wash over you. It's that kind of movie. But they have thought about, well, I think they have thought about like the setup in terms of how they've staged things, how they've done the dressing in scenes.
Yeah.
Because there was one scene, you're talking about the tendrils, there was one scene that really stood out to me, and it's when they're in the sports hall and they're sitting on the steps.
On the bleachers, yeah.
And they're just waiting. I think people have gone outside, and it's the new girl to the town. She's sitting with Elijah Wood, I think. And above them are all these sort of streamers hanging. And the way that they're sort of strung up, it looks like the tentacles that you see coming out. It's all these red lines.
Yes.
I found it quite interesting and telling because of the characters that were sitting there.
Yes.
It was like kind of giving you a hint.
A visual hint, yeah.
But when you watch it the first time, you just don't realise.
Yeah. There's some bits in this movie that still make me a little uncomfortable. I think it's because it's slightly dated now.
Yeah.
Famke Janssen's character, Miss Burke, she's that typical high school drama where she's sort of dowdy. She's got glasses, and then she has a glow up halfway
That's
through.
right, because she always was carrying books, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's like the librarian type.
Hello, Miss Burke.
Oh, sweetie pie. What are you looking for?
She goes through this transformation where she suddenly becomes this kind of like femme fatale.
And she wears like this red dress,
and
doesn't
she's
she?
targeting. I know the kid has skipped a couple of years because he's not doing well at school and stuff, but they kind of have this thing, and it's just a bit like,
yeah, it's a little
little uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but yeah, forget that. It's a fun ride, and yeah, some good stuff in there.
That is funny that you say that, because when the men are taken over by the aliens, they don't tend to change much at all in terms of the way they dress.
Oh, I see.
But the women just suddenly became so glammed up.
Yeah,
it was just
true.
It was so obvious. Whereas for the men, it wasn't at all. And I think that actually may age it a little bit as well, because it's like, well, why?
Why? Yeah.
Why does it give the women suddenly body in their hair? You know, it's like they've walked out of a Vidal Sassoon advert.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
because the same thing happened with the principal. You know, she came in and suddenly she had all this attitude.
Yes, she did.
The gym is closed. All of you come with me.
The woman who had attacked her, the red-headed lady, you know, suddenly she had more makeup on, and she was, I don't know, it felt like she'd just come from the opera.
Yeah, I hadn't actually I'd only noticed it with the librarian. Yeah, you're right. All the female characters go through this kind of.
So you'd walk into school the next day and go,
God.
What has
What's
happened? They've been like given some free vouchers to something.
Queer Eye's come
Yeah,
in and done
exactly.
it's really I hadn't really thought about that, but you're absolutely right. They do go through this kind of visual transformation as well.
Apart from the first person, but
Yes.
saying that, we don't know.
Yeah,
because you don't know the transformation.
You don't know what she looked like before.
Yeah.
Because you were never introduced to her before.
Exactly.
So what's great about this film is, again, it goes through that point where the majority of the school suddenly... There's a great lead up to it because they manufacture that there's some sort of flu vaccine that they're giving everyone. So they've got these lineup of kids going in, and they're going into the office, and in the office is, the principal, and you can see they're nefarious in their ways. They're closing the door, and then the kids will come out a bit sort of spaced out.
Weird, isn't it?
What do you think it is?
Locker search, maybe?
Something weird's going on.
And then they all start drinking water. So there's just water canisters everywhere in the school. But there's that tipping point where more people are infected than not. And that's when it ramps up. They get chased. They get, even the cops are involved. And so the whole community's starting to change. I found that the most entertaining part, really. Things start to really flip on their head a little bit.
Yeah, and I think also because it is such a tight-knit community, I mean, it's the high school.
Yeah.
It plays around the high school. You get the idea that they're trying to take over other high schools because they use their football team to insert things into the helmets.
There's grubs
they put in the ear or something of someone, and then you know that's gone to that other high school.
Yeah.
Because it's a small world, they can't hide.
No.
So it's known that they haven't been taken over. Whereas something like the Body Snatchers was a city, or was, a small town.
Yeah.
And so you could have hidden.
Yes.
But this was different.
Yeah. You had to go to school every day.
You had to go to school still every day.
Your parents were telling you to go to school.
Yeah. And then you're thinking, are the parents going to be?
Yeah.
I am so sorry, Miss Drake. Maybe if you and I spoke privately, we could come up.
No, Mom.
It's a clever spin on this, I think. And I love the fact that it's set in a high school, because it does bring out all of those high school tropes. You've got the cheerleaders, you've got all of the,
Yeah.
And again, they tackle that whole thing of like incompatibility of different groups in the school. But then once they're all collectively been taken over, there's this harmonious feel that everyone is getting on, and so it's
actually like a really good representation of how humans work. If you've got something that you are all going for, that's going to take over everything, then you're all on the same wavelength.
Exactly.
And that's what brings them all together.
Yeah.
It's great because you have so many different characters, and you see how they form those bonds. It's a nice movie in that respect.
I like it. Let's go back to the idea of the litmus test of when they test.
Look, we all do it.
The small group that are left have to determine that one of them is infected, and they find out that it's the cheerleader girl with the dark hair. But they do this test where the salt, they realise is the stuff that fries them up. Zeke, isn't it?
Yeah.
He comes up with this idea of putting salt in these pens, and then they have to sort of sniff the salt up, and then obviously see what happens.
You have a reaction, and it's very instantaneous. when it happens.
It is instantaneous. But that gives you the fake out, because one of the characters, because they can morph and change a little bit, one of the characters actually, when they do a flashback of why she didn't change when she took the stuff, and that her nose closed up as she sniffed, and that she actually spilt the dust out the bottom of the pen. This is a spoiler. Anyway. And that was a great switch, I thought. That was really good, because it is a whodunit. It's like, I the first time I watched this, I had no idea who it was going to be. Even after that, you get a great kind of chase sequence in the swimming pool. stuff, and I thought some of that was handled. They had this wonderful shadow effect of tendrils.
Yes, I was going to come to that because, you know, yes, you do see some effects, you do see some prosthetics and things like that, but I loved that because they were running away from the person that it was, and they just used shadows.
Yeah.
You just see this on the wall, and it's great.
Yeah.
It makes it more eerie because you can't see it. If you saw it, you'd be like, okay. But that made it really creepy. And also, you didn't know if suddenly she would appear from over the top or if it would come from behind or whatever. And I loved the way that they did that. And I think that's what was really good about this movie, is the fact that they had different ways of, each scene was very different.
Yes.
They explored lots of different ideas, the use of the water, as you said.
You're gradually whittling down the people that you care about. And it's quite sad when I think it's the sports jock and the angry girl, Stokely, and Stan kind of get together. And then he volunteers to go out. I can't remember why he has to go out. He's trying to get something. Is he trying to get more salt or something?
Possibly, we might be wrong on this, but I think there was more pens in the car.
That's right.
And I think he had nominated himself to go out.
To go and get them.
Get them.
Yeah, as like a weapon.
Yeah.
So he comes back to the door, and they're all in the in the sports hall, and he's at the window, and he's like, "Oh, let me in! They're coming! Let me in!" And that's a great moment, and it's really quite sad.
Yeah. And he just lets it go.
He just lets it go in the wind.
And you're like, oh.
Yeah, so another one's caught. And then you've got the final death scene, which is also really well done. Very good physical puppetry with that. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
There's a couple of scenes where I really can feel like the physicality of how it would feel to be in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
One of the scenes is when they are going one by one and snorting that stuff, because you can feel it and you can imagine, would I want to do that myself? The other scene is that one with Elijah,
right?
And
when the bleachers
are one by one closing up, and suddenly all of those, it's like shards, because the creature gets squashed. All the shards just fly into his face.
Oh yes. All the little grubs.
Yeah. And they just and he's just pelted in the face with all these things, and he's like, oh, and they're all like embedding.
They're going into his skin and crawling into him.
I mean,
it's great prosthetic makeup.
It's great, but the feeling of that is just awful, but it's great.
Yeah. Interestingly though, with Elijah Wood, if this film didn't exist, he wouldn't have got the role on Lord of the Rings, because one of the producers on this noticed that there was a call out for people to play hobbits in the Lord of the Rings. Elijah Wood was like, no, I can't do this. That's too big a thing. I can't do this. He goes, no, I think you should definitely go for it. So he became Frodo, obviously off the back of this film.
There's quite a bit of comedy in this as well.
There is. And there's also some great callbacks in some ways to other films. So there's a scene where, which I really love, which has got Casey and it's got Delilah. They have infiltrated the faculty meeting room where all the teachers go. And they have to hide themselves in this closet. And the closet has got these slats on it, just like in Halloween, where she hides in the Halloween closet. So it's the moment where they are trying to take over Salma Hayek's character, Nurse Harper.
Right.
And they are closing in on her, and they're in the cupboard looking out. And they just see this horrible scene where they're pushing her down. And it ejects something out and it goes into her or something. It's just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then there's a great switcheroo where there's a body in there.
There's a body in with them.
The old woman. Yes. And who didn't survive the transition. So they've stored this body in the
which suddenly starts
just falls forward on them. They're like, "Wah," like this. They run out. And then later on, they're brought back by the parents.
That's right. He brings his parents in.
He brings his parents in and says, look, this is what's happening. And of course,
they
they're
check
like...
the closet and there's nothing there.
Well, there's actually a resuscitation doll
That's
in there.
right.
They planted this resuscitation doll.
Make him look silly.
Yeah, exactly. I love that scene. I think that's great. And then, of course, you look over at Nurse Harper and, of course, she's like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
That never happens because she's now...
She's now one of them.
Yeah.
The teacher with the red hair.
Yeah.
There's a moment where there's been a scene and then the camera sort of holds on her. And you wonder, is she okay? Is she not okay? And then she just gets her water and literally just like throws it just in her face with no emotion at all. I just thought it was so funny.
That's great.
There was just some great moments in it. And it's so surprising because you think, well, that's odd. That's a bit strange.
They do behave quite strangely.
There's some really, really funny bits.
Yeah. So it's been a while since I'd watched this actually. So it was really good to come back to it.
I think what's nice about the movie, as you said, it's a fun watch and it is cozy and it's about friendships and it's about, different people coming together. And I really love that about it. Rate-wise?
I would actually score this quite high.
Okay.
I'm going to give it an 8.
Okay.
It's just good fun.
Yeah.
It's great fun.
I'm going to give it a 7, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's more rational. It's more rational.
Emotional.
I'm going from the heart, obviously. Yeah. So, I mean, tell us what you feel about The Faculty, if you've seen it. And if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it because it's a whole heap of fun.
Yeah.
It's really great. And it is a who's who. It's like, oh, look who it is, look who it is.
A who's who and a who's done it.
And a who's done it.
All in one.
All rolled up. That's very good.
In a nice bow.
I love that. That was really good.
Yeah, and if you've enjoyed this chit chat, please, we'd love a like and a subscribe. Please provide comments.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts on this movie. We'd love to hear them.
Yeah. And from that point, thank you so much.
Thank you. And
thank you for watching.
Hopefully we'll see you on the next one.
Absolutely. You take care.
Bye.
Bye.